Before you were preventing migraine with Qulipta? Do you remember the pain, the worry, the canceled plans?
And look at me now.
You'll never truly forget migraine, but Qulipta reduces attacks, making 0 migraine days possible. It's the only pill of its kind that blocks CGRP and is approved to prevent migraine of any frequency, to help give you that forget you get migraine feeling.
Don't take it if allergic to Qulipta. Most common side effects are nausea, constipation, and sleepiness. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Qulipta, the forget you get migraine medicine.
Tomorrow on ET, Prince Harry is back in the UK, the latest on his London return and why he won't see his father.
Happening now.
Stolen cars, stolen construction equipment. Sheriff's deputies say they recovered it all on this piece of private property. I'll tell you about the tiny alert they say led to this big discovery.
If you're looking for a bit of a break from the high humidity and these warm temperatures, just wait a few more days. A cold front is around the corner. I'll talk about its impacts and when it arrives in just a bit. The News at 5 starts right now.
First at 5, a brazen armored car robbery on the city's north side this afternoon. Thanks to the eyes in the sky, SAPD able to track down those suspects to a neighborhood in Schertz.
Now, 2 suspects are in custody right now. One of them still on the run. San Antonio police are saying that 3 suspects bum rushed a Brinks armored truck as the crew was refilling an ATM around 1 o'clock and then robbed that crew at gunpoint.
After getting the money, the suspects fled and got onto I-35. SAPD tracking those suspects down in the getaway vehicle all the way to Schertz in a neighborhood on Morning Drive. We're told when the vehicle did stop, one suspect got out, a woman. She was arrested with money in her possession.
Now, another suspect caught jumping fences was also caught, but police say they're still looking for that 3rd suspect that we told you about. Officers say they were able to retrieve the money and the truck.
New at 5, Bexar County Sheriff's deputy finding a lot more than what they expected when they showed up at a property. They were looking for a stolen piece of equipment, and they ended up finding more stolen stuff.
That's right. Katrina Weber tells us what they found and why it could also be a while before the rightful owners of all that stuff get it back.
A tow truck driver is making sure this front-end loader doesn't go anywhere. Bexar County deputies say it already has been on quite a journey, stolen from its owner and somehow ending up on this piece of private property. They say they stumbled upon it and other stolen items around 10 this morning while searching for a stolen generator. Investigators say a signal from a device on that generator led them to the end of Campsite Road, a few miles from I-37 and Mathis Road. Along with the construction equipment, they say they also recovered a stolen pickup and RV. While deputies were able to recover all the stolen items quickly, they say getting them back to their rightful owners could be another story. They say sorting it all out could take a while. Investigators are still sorting out who might be responsible. They say they detained 2 people at the home where the stolen property was found, but it was unclear right away whether they are suspects or will face any charges. Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
New at 5, when fighting with fists was not enough, police say a man used bullets instead. Now, a man who may have been hoping to stay in this country will likely face charges for shooting a man in the back. That shooting happened last Wednesday in a parking lot across from the Migrant Resource Center on San Pedro. Investigators say when they got there, they found the 19-year-old victim with a gunshot wound to the back. The suspect, 42-year-old Victor Castro Aponte, is now charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and failing to identify to an officer. He also has an ICE detainer on him in the Bexar County Jail. It is unclear if the victim or the suspect were staying at that Migrant Resource Center. Police obviously still investigating this incident.
So now we know more about the 2 men who were shot and killed over the weekend as they were leaving a Northside bar. The Bexar County Medical Examiner's Office says that they're 2-year-old John-Ye Napoleon and 28-year-old Aaron Montgomery. SAPD officers say that both of them were shot along the 600 block of Northwest Loop 410 around 2 o'clock Sunday morning. Police say when they got there, they found Napoleon and Montgomery in the parking lot, both of them with gunshot wounds. Both of them died at the scene. Now, so far, police haven't arrested anybody for this crime. It's also unclear just what led up to that shooting.
A domestic violence murder case hitting the courtroom tomorrow in Bexar County. Rogelio Mexica's trial begins tomorrow morning. And according to the arrest warrant, he allegedly fatally shot Annette Juarez back on March 2nd in 2019. She was in the passenger's side of her vehicle. Rogelio Mujica is charged with fatally shooting this on-again, off-again girlfriend. Again, she was found in the vehicle alongside Highway 90. Mujica had a history of family violence. If he is found guilty, he also faces up to life in prison.
So switching gears here, heavy rains producing extreme flooding in East Texas. Governor Greg Abbott announcing that state relief, though, is on the way.
ABC's Samara Theodore is in Oklahoma. She's looking back on the dangerous storms that hit across 6 states, battering the Midwest with rain, hail, and even tornadoes.
You okay?
Pure chaos in the Midwest after 19 tornadoes were reported in 7 states overnight.
The power went out. Large tornado on the ground.
Barnesville, Oklahoma, which is north of Tulsa, bearing the brunt of the damage.
Highway 123 in Barnesville. It's going to be for a tornado hit there.
At least one person was killed and several were injured. You can see the destroyed buildings and this family with a baby and their dog stranded until rescuers came to their aid.
Here we go.
To me, it felt like forever. It felt like a long time. It probably wasn't.
ABC Chief Meteorologist Ginger Z near the bullseye north of Oklahoma City.
We're about 6 miles from a tornado-warned storm just to our northwest, and it is rain-wrapped, meaning that the rain is obscuring the actual tornado, but it's already shown debris on the radar, so we know it's in there.
At a Hampton Inn, authorities rescuing several people trapped inside after a violent twister touched down. Damage and large hail also reported in Kansas. In Smithville, Tennessee, a tornado ripping off roofs.
It was like a whistle from the tornado. It sounded like a whistle to me. And then there was just like loud noises everywhere.
And down in Texas, thousands of people recovering from dangerous flooding.
There now are 91 counties that have been impacted by this ravaging storm. 91 counties for which I have declared a state disaster.
And it's not over yet. That same line of thunderstorms bringing severe weather to parts of the Ohio and Tennessee Valley overnight. Samara Theodore, ABC News, Bartlesville, Oklahoma.
Nothing for us right now on authority radar. There's a 10% chance, the very off chance that a storm could pop up over the next couple of hours. And in the rare event that it does, it would quickly become strong to severe, but don't count on anything developing. Otherwise, we just have high thin clouds rolling overhead and those patchy cumulus as well. 75 this morning, 88 for our high temperature today. Notice the record, 101. That was set back in 2022. 91 in Eagle Pass and Kerrville. Many locations in the low 90s or even then upper 80s, especially north of Highway 90, 86 in Bulverde and 88 now in New Braunfels. So that 10% chance of a storm this evening through sunset. Otherwise, very humid. Another round of fog and drizzle later tonight. But if you're looking for a break from this high humidity and even some cooler temperatures, just wait a little bit. A cold front's around the corner. We'll talk about when it arrives and its impacts in just a bit.
Thank you, Adam. In business news, Steward Healthcare, which has operated in 31 hospitals in 8 U.S. cities, including practices here in San Antonio, has now filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Steward is the largest private physician-owned for-profit healthcare network in the U.S. It says it will continue serving patients as normal during this bankruptcy. The company has been sharply criticized by officials over what they call risky financial decisions. Earlier this year, Steward struck a deal to sell its nationwide physician network to Optum, a subsidiary of United Health Group, as it works to stabilize its finances.
All right, so Congress could be days away from finally saying yes to something that many of you have wanted for years, and that is a direct flight from San Antonio to Washington, D.C. So according to the San Antonio Business Journal, Adam's saying yes. Congress could vote on a new FAA Reauthorization Act in just a matter of days. So if leaders approve that measure, San Antonio International Airport would get 5 new direct flights to Ronald Reagan National. Now, it's taken so long for this to happen because of something that's called the perimeter rule that basically restricts nonstop flights to Reagan National to within 1,200 miles of that airport. And San Antonio happens to be 1,600 miles away. All right. The Business Journal is reporting that U.S. Representative Joaquin Castro says this is the closest San Antonio has ever come to getting that direct flight in a long time. Of course, we're going to let you know what Congress decides. Now, speaking of the San Antonio International Airport, we've told you about this. It's also getting a brand new terminal. It's something that we've covered before. That's part of a larger effort to get more direct flights, not just the ones that we just told you about to D.C. Scan that QR code on your screen so you get more information about the project in KSAT Explains.
Right now, we're giving you some answers to questions you might have about KSAT going next gen. KSAT officially switched to Next Gen TV yesterday afternoon. It allows you to watch us the way you want. If you watch KSAT using an antenna, you need to rescan your TV. If you know someone who's having some trouble with that switch, have them reach out to us. Just call our phone bank. The number is 210-351-1363. This line is going to be open all evening long.
All right, now let's give you a live look as to what's going on there on the roads. You see it right there. That is I-10 in Frio. Do you see that all the way to your right? That's a man there sitting on the side of the road. We don't know if that's his vehicle, but obviously a dangerous situation around this time where you've got a lot of people driving home, maybe if they're not paying attention. So just look, that's something to just watch out for. We've all seen stuff like this on the road. And obviously something that's a cause for concern. But obviously traffic, not an issue right now at 508 at I-10 at Frio.
Still ahead on KSAT 12 News at 5, a local dental practice hoping to help people without dental insurance keep their smiles. We're going to tell you when and where they're hosting a free dental day.
Plus, when it comes to strokes, every second counts. But here's the thing, not every symptom is obvious. You're going to learn the subtle signs of a stroke after the break.
Here's a look at what we're working on for the News at 6. Higher penalties for drought rule violators, different watering hours, and brand new rules for popular ways to water your plants. We're going to take a look at the changes that SAWS is now proposing.
Also this, when foster kids age out of the system without support, you know this, they can get in dangerous situations. We're talking about homelessness, trafficking, and that's exactly why a local organization wants them to know that they can help. A local adult also tells us how that group changed her life.
Plus, to tip or not to tip, it's a big question these days with the advent of digital tipping. Those screens that give you the option at checkout, well, they're just about everywhere now, even in places that you might have never tipped before. So what should you do? We break it down in a KSAT Explains today on the News at 6.
So now let's talk about your health. Taking care of your overall health. You know this, it means taking care of your body, both inside and out. Of course, that includes your teeth and your mouth. That's why a Leon Valley dental practice is offering free services to uninsured or underinsured families. We're talking about Topaz Dentistry. Staff from there will perform free dental care. They'll be doing things like cleanings, exams, and extractions. That is coming on Sunday, May 19th at their location on Bandera Road. There are a limited number of appointments that are available, and you are strongly encouraged to register before you go. And we have those registration details on our website, ksat.com. Good luck with that.
May is American Stroke Month. And as this newscast keeps on going, you need to keep in mind that every 3 minutes and 14 seconds that go by, someone in the U.S. dies of a stroke. With stats like that from the CDC, we all need to know the signs and know what to do to help. Mandy Gaither goes over the subtle signs and when it's time to call for help.
When stroke strikes, every second is critical.
We talk about losing up to 2 million brain cells a minute. That's quite a bit. When we catch somebody in time, when we're able to reverse the signs and the symptoms of stroke, at best, we can even see our patients quickly go back to normal.
Dr. Jenny Tai with Cleveland Clinic says stroke can happen to anyone, but these factors can increase risk: diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and smoking.
We use the acronym BFAST to remember the most important signs and symptoms symptoms of stroke and what to do when that happens.
B stands for balance. Watch for sudden loss of it. E, eyes. Look out for sudden loss of vision or double vision. F, face drooping. It's a potential sign of muscle weakness or paralysis. A, arms. If you're concerned someone is having a stroke, ask them to raise their arms. During a stroke, one arm will often stay higher while the other sags. S, speech. Slurred speech or losing the ability to speak may be a sign. Finally, T stands for time. Don't wait to call 911.
We're able to treat a lot of strokes nowadays with either medications, clot-busting medications, or even surgery to try and remove those clots. But unless you're in front of the doctors who do that, the specialized teams who do that, it's very hard for us to reverse those strokes.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Taking a look outside with live cam. It's been a pretty dreary day all day. Very humid, 90s. Hey, it's not summertime yet.
Does this remind you of living in Louisiana, right? With the high humidity and temperatures right around 90 degrees.
But that's why I moved here.
Well, just hold on. Wait a few days and you'll notice some changes. Getting hotter for a few days. Going to stay just as humid until a cold front hits late Thursday. So by Friday and Saturday, cooler and less humid. Get this. Temperatures will actually be a little below average for a brief period. So let's take a look at our morning temperature trend. First of all, we've had the very warm relative to this time of year. We're talking 10 degrees above average mornings, which are going to continue through Thursday with the high humidity, some fog and drizzle. But notice temperatures fall off back into the 60s for those morning lows by Friday, and even on Saturday, right near 60 degrees. So a little below the average of 64. You look at the numbers right now. Del Rio 101, 88 Kerrville, 90 New Braunfels, 94 in Pleasanton, Carrizo Springs at 90 degrees, and widespread 90s, but then obviously some 80s as well, where the clouds have stuck around longer. 86 in Bulverde, 83 Canyon Lake, even officially at the airport, 89. Tomorrow morning, we start the day at 74 degrees. Again, some areas of fog, maybe even some patchy drizzle. That's going to be the case through 10 a.m. Then the clouds break. By noon, we're 85, making it up to 95 for the high temperature in San Antonio. But here's the key. With that really sticky air, the mugginess we have in place, the high humidity, it's going to feel like it's 102. That's the heat index tomorrow afternoon. Along the Rio Grande, we'll have high temperatures at triple digits. Locally, 97 around Lackland, 95 in Leon Springs, 96 New Braunfels, Lavernia, Elmendorf, 97 for the high temperature and just shy of triple digits, Castroville and Hondo. But those afternoon highs fall off. Late Thursday's that cold front, so by Friday, we're talking 84 degrees. Close to average for this time of year, average being 85. But Saturday and Sunday this weekend, below average with those highs back to 80 degrees. So a break from this heat. We've been well above average. We're actually going to dip below average for a little bit. Here's been part of the kicker. It's this wind off the Gulf of Mexico and the southeasterly flow, keeping our humidity really high. Now, we usually have southeasterly flow, but with the clouds that have been so stubborn, we haven't been getting as much afternoon mixing from the sunlight, warming the ground, creating thermals and getting some mixing and some drier air aloft coming downward. We haven't been getting that, so we still have the really high humidity, dew points in the low 70s. That is going to change behind that cold front. So Friday, Saturday, we could be talking dew points down in the 50s. So you'll feel that lack of mugginess in the air. I mentioned the clouds sticking around, and you can see just especially over the north and northwestern portion of Bexar County, those clouds really held tight throughout the day today, whereas along the Rio Grande and southeastward, they broke a lot earlier, consequently the warmer temperatures there. Slight chance of a stray storm, 10% chance this evening. It's going to be the rare exception, but if something did pop up, it could quickly become strong to severe. The main action is across the northern tier of the U.S. and over toward the Great Lakes. That's where the severe weather threat primarily is. Here, 20% chance of a few storms along the cold front on Thursday. 20% chance on Saturday. Mother's Day up to 30% chance. That's our best shot just because behind that cool front we'll have some overrunning moisture. That's probably going to give us a gray Mother's Day. not too humid, but a little damp with that 30% chance of a few showers. And again, notice that morning temperature back down to 60 by Saturday. Something to look forward to.
All right.
Thank you, Adam.
All right, so the second round of the playoffs for the Mavericks.
Yes, it's been an exciting playoff so far, and definitely an exciting start to the second round. And tonight it continues as the Dallas Mavericks get set for the top-seeded Thunder. How Luka Doncic is preparing for the matchup, and it's official. Spurs star Victor Wembanyama is the NBA Rookie of the Year. Also, an update on Texans receiver Tank Dell after the break. The long-expected result became a reality Monday evening when the Spurs star from France, Victor Wembanyama, was announced as the unanimous winner of the NBA Rookie of the Year award. Wemby had a rookie year like no other in NBA history. Never had there been a player who, in their first year, posted averages of at least 21.4 points, 10.6 rebounds, 3.9 assists, 3.6 blocks, and 1.2 steals per game. Until now, it wasn't even close. And he also averages 29.7 minutes, by the way. Now, there's a few Rookie of the Year tees on SpursFanshop.com if you want to rep the award. All right, tonight, 5-seeded Dallas and top-seeded OKC open up their best-of-7 series in the second round of the NBA playoffs. The Mavericks are in round 2 for just the second time since their 2011 championship run. The Thunder won 3 of 4 meetings between the teams this season, including both matchups in OKC, which is, of course, where the series begins. Dallas and their newly extended coach are in for a tough series. At this morning's shoot-around, Luka Doncic shared his approach to overcoming OKC's Lou Dort, who is one of the best perimeter defenders in the league.
Game 1 is big, especially away, so we got to be focused and locked in since the first minute. I mean, I just got to be aggressive, but as I said before, I think it was 1 year ago, something like that. I think he's a top 3 defender in the league, guard, perimeter position. I think he's very good defensively. He understands what he's doing, so and he's pretty smart on defense too, so it's going to be a tough matchup.
And Luka has been injured. He's been dealing with a knee injury. He's listed as a game-time decision. The Thunder are 3.5-point favorites in Game 1. Tip-off is at 8:30 at Paycom Center. The owner of the Houston Texans, Cal McNair, said receiver Tank Dell will make a full recovery after Dell was wounded in a shooting. Speaking before the team's annual charity golf classic, McNair called the situation frightening, but did not provide details of the nature of Dell's injury. The team called it a minor wound the day of the shooting at a Florida restaurant last month, which also injured 9 others. So great news that he believes he'll make a full recovery.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Mary.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
I see that cold front on the 7-day forecast. They become harder and harder to come by this time of year, but we're getting one on late Thursday. It's going to get rid of the humidity for Friday and Saturday and also drop temperatures a bit. I mean, highs right near 80 for this upcoming weekend, which, you know, after the mid-90s of tomorrow will feel very, very different. So enjoy that when it comes, despite a lot of clouds with it.
All right, Adam, thank you.
Thanks for watching the News at 5 with us.
World News is next. We'll see you right back here at 6 o'clock.